Okay, good morning, everyone. Mrs. Brown will now lead us in prayer.
Let us pray. Most righteous and eternal Father, as we come this morning, dearest Lord, to this session, we pray, Lord God, that you will give us strength, you will give us courage, and you will give us the faith. I pray, God, that you will bless us abundantly. I pray, God, that you will give us the strength to work day by day. I pray, dearest Father, that you will bless the Jamaica Library Service. You will take everyone in charge. And as we do come this morning to plant and to listen, we pray, God, that whatever to be said and done this morning, it will be done in the glory and the honor of your name. I tell you thanks. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen.
I would like to say a warm welcome to everyone here with us today. Persons who are in-house, we have a few persons in-house, persons joining us live on YouTube and Facebook, and the persons who are on the Zoom platform with us. Welcome to this, our Farmers Month Forum, as we do a little session on backyard gardening as a business and a do-it-yourself instruction session. So I will now turn over to Miss Williams, who will introduce our speaker for today.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our presenter today, who is going to present on backyard gardening as a business and also a do-it-yourself session. This presentation should be of great interest, especially in this pandemic that is affecting the whole world. Our presenter is a graduate of Maud McLeod High School, Mannings High School, College of Agriculture, Science and Technology. He's an extension officer at RADA. He's a beekeeper and also a vice president of Lions Club, Sablomar. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Elroy Williams.
Good morning, farmers. Good morning, stakeholders. Thank you for having me today. Just before I go into the vegetable of the matter, is everyone seeing me or hearing me? I would like to say, if you ate this morning, thank a farmer. Can I hear thank you, farmer?
Thank you,
And I
farmer.
Awesome. So if you ate this morning or yesterday, last night, thank a farmer. All right? Which is right. So I have been given the opportunity to serve the agricultural arena in a larger capacity thanks to the Grangeville Branch Library on this special month, which is Farmers Month, April 1st to 30th. So I was contacted by Ms. Williams and I feel humble and I just wanted her to know that I appreciate that. All right, and her library team. Cool. No, because you have been waiting all along, I don't want to stretch out what we have to do. So I will just go straight into the vegetable of the matter, which is backyard farming as a business. Okay. Persons in Zoom land, big up yourself. I also have a live audience in front of me. I just want to acknowledge everyone. Please feel comfortable, big up yourself and listen. And I hope you learned something today. All right. Now, we're looking at backyard gardening as a business. Now, earlier on when Ms. Williams spoke, she said to you that because of the pandemic, persons find themselves at home. You understand? And now that you're at home, you'll find out that it's hard to get out. And when I say get out, because of the restrictions and the curfew and the early locking, closing down hours of operations, what you find that we're at home. So persons have access to their to podcasts, to the Zoom, the YouTubes, and so forth. But those are one set of ways that one can generate a business from. There are other ways where persons might be doing construction at the home, setting up houses, structures, you know, because of the close proximity. Persons may be doing even large farming, you know, because they might have access to land. But what about those who do not have access to land? What about those who are elderly, who have kids that they have to stay home with, so they can't be up and down to generate some form of income? And this is where the idea come about, where we talk about backyard gardening now as a business. Now, let us look at what is a garden. Can someone just tell me off the tip of the head, what is a garden? Talk loud, man. Okay, so on in the live audience, a garden is a place where flowers, vegetables, all kind of plants, more so, are grown. Now, when I went on the net and I looked it up, it says, thank you for that very much. What's the name again? Let me big you up. Miss Laverne, big up Miss Laverne. Now, a garden is a place, it's a planned space. A garden is a planned space. It's usually outdoors. It's set aside for the display, cultivation, and enjoyment of plants and other forms of nature, and as an ideal setting for a social or solitary human life. So that simply means that within your garden, you know, you can invite persons over to have a drink and have a conversation or something like that. You can also read from your garden and sell, or you can just use it for a means of meditation. Or a means of meditation. Cool. But one of the things that I want to emphasize with a garden is that it's a controlled area. And when I say controlled area, it simply means that you, the person that is establishing it, is in charge of how it looks, how it operates, and all of these things, because you created it, right? So it is something that you come up with outside of your head, you know, within your mind, and know you want to execute it. So what we want to emphasize with the garden is that we say that it's a planned space. So when we say that it's a planned space, we want to eliminate the thought process where one would want to think that, okay, it has to be the back of my yard. No, that is not the case. So even though traditionally persons, we use the term backyard gardening, you know, we try now to let us widen our horizon. Because even when Laverne, was it? Even when Laverne made mention of it, she didn't include livestock. Most of the persons that we're talking about were defining it and saying that the garden is more for crops based. But what about persons who do not have crop, who cannot go into crops because of common fowl, because of goat, you understand, because of your neighbor cow push through your fence? You understand? That can happen. So you might find out that now within your garden, you might have to include some form of livestock. So you can't plant because of harassment, right? From your neighbor, them dog and all of these things. So what can we go into? There are different options to create a garden. And we are saying, yes, you can rear pigs, chicken, but all right, good. What I have been finding out from most persons is that they want to always think about the things that they can consume, they can eat. So naturally, you will say to me, when you're thinking about a garden, you're thinking about, as you say, the pig, the cow, the pig, the goat, the layers, the boilers. But what we want to do now, we want to flip it. We're going to give a flip. So we want to say, okay, there is food, and then there's ornamentals, and then there's exotics. Okay, so we want to see how we can use a small space, a planned space. You understand? And then now we are going to look at it based on what we love to do. Because with gardening, it's something that you love to do. You understand? So most persons with gardens, you hear them say, me have green hands, or my family them say, or who comes to me finger them green. You understand? Everything me part, it come. You understand? Which is a good thing. So, but what persons normally do, as I said, they normally just concentrate mostly on food. No, when you're looking at farming as a business, what you want you to factor in as well is that in order to get on the business side now, we have to be thinking about volume. Cool. No, you be saying to me, why it's not like Mr. Williams are losing head, man. What do you mean by volume? I only have a small piece of space. No, if persons in Google Land or Zoom Land, are you seeing me and hearing me? Hello? Hello?
Yes, we're hearing and we're seeing. We're
Okay.
hearing.
Okay, awesome, awesome. I just want to know that you're feeling what is happening. All right. Where did I stop a while ago? Volume, right? So we said that persons want to think about volume. No, we want to take it down a little, but before we go straight into that, let us go back again. What is a business? Anyone in Zoom Land can tell me what is a business? What you think a business? I know you can see my slide, but tell me in your own words. What is a business? So we're doing backyard gardening and we talk about gardening. Now we're doing business and then we put the two of them together, backyard gardening, business. But we first need to understand what's a business. Now a business refers to an organized effort. So it's an organized effort and activities of individuals. So it's an organized effort and activities by individuals. However, it can also be one single person. You organize in your brain what you want to do, and then you go execute it. Some persons work alone, some persons work with groups. Depending on who you are, you go accordingly, right? Thank you very much. So the term business refers to an organized efforts and activities of individuals to produce goods and services, for profit. So we want to go into goods and service business for profit. All right. Now, at the end of the day, some of the things that I want us to walk away with. No, we need to identify an area in gardening that one is passionate about. Now, when I say that, now let me draw on you. Say you like flowers, you like pigs, another person like chickens, another person like egg, another person like fruit trees, another person like gardening. He just love to see, he just love to have a clean backyard, a clean lawn. You understand? What I'm saying is that those desires that you have inside of you, you can use it and convert it into a business. And watch me now. Persons in a Zoom Land, before we go. Say, for example, now, as we made mention, you love a clean lawn. And over the time, you know, you're that person from you know yourself, from your 10, 20, you go up, you turn big man or big woman about grandkids and everything, but something inside of you. You just love when the land clean. You see it? No dog, nothing come over there, no puss, not even leaf. Nothing dropping at the place. You understand? You come like they set up people and some would have said, as one leaf drop off a tree. You understand? They go take it up and you shake it. I am saying all of this now to say to yourself, boom. How can you turn this now into a business? Over a period of time, say for example, you might be buying, you might say, you know, I'm buy a walker. Right? You buy a lawnmower, you buy a trimmer. Cool? No, remember now they say you're probably 60, you're probably 50, you're probably 40, you're probably 30. Cool? But coming up, you acquire a lawnmower, you acquire a walker, you acquire a machete, you acquire something like that. What we're saying to you now, and this is how we want to flip it now into a business. We now would like you know to stop seeing your backyard alone and start seeing the neighbor backyard and the other person backyard and for them backyard and even for their front yard too. You understand? Not just the backyard alone. And then now, how do you see it as a business? Because you love a clean land and you love a clean yard. Really know. What you can do now that the pandemic is going on and thing. And you notice say your friend, he must check one, you notice every time the yard cut, our man will look like he take one boat, he cross one water, take one, what you call it, and then he ride the bicycle. Then after I ride the bicycle, you have to come off of the bicycle, walk with the bicycle on top of your head and ride the walker come to reach your yard, to cut the yard. And you say, and you say, how much in charge? And you say, 3.5. And you say, 3.5 you cut the yard, and the man have to come so far. And when you look, you realize that you have one walker in your yard. You have a lawnmower, and you have our young son, our grandson. Or even you, because you're not afraid to use the walker. Because my mother is 65 and she will go there to use her walker. You understand? She only uses it for her yard. You understand? She not going. But so what we're saying now, maybe you might be broken the man foot. But anyway, we are calling now business is business because Casey and Burger King, they same place in a cell. Right? So business is business. Right? So what happens now is that you find out that the person cut in the yard and they charge 3.5. That person have to jump, as we say, take one boat, jump over one water, fly one plane, and ride on the walker for reach just to cut the yard with the lawnmower. Right? So what we are going to do now is that, cool? What we do now is that we can say we are cut the money in a half. So you say, all right, give me 2.5. Give me 2.5. Cool? And then now you start now make it be a habit. You observe, so when the man cut the yard, him now cut around the people them edging properly. Because yeah, she talked yesterday and the lady there in the backyard and said, Lord, every time me make him man cut the yard, if me not turn up over him, he not cut the yard properly. You understand? Lord God. I know some if you go to a market, go catch his store before curfew come. But me have to turn up over him. See them in no chicken and no pork we go eat tomorrow. You understand? Boom. So this is where now. So what we're saying to you now, we want you know to see how you cannot either come up with a product or a service. In this case, you are not offering a product, you are offering a service. All right? And this is where your service comes from out at the back of your yard. So your back of your yard, because you have been practicing to doing pruning the trees, you buy a little thing. One time you see one man who wants something and he cut it, he limb them or something, because what you used to do, you used to use machete and chop. Yeah. Right? And I said, no. We're not going to use a machete and chop. We'll start clip now. You understand? And start set cuttings. No, that way now, what you're trying to do now is that we're trying to move your way now from being, what I would say now, from just being a regular person now, so you're in transition into the middle of something. So you're not a full-fledged business person. You understand? And you're not a full-fledged backyard person now. Right now, you're lukewarm. You're in, and you're out. You understand? In any one of the situation. That in itself is not a bad thing. What it simply means that one time you were just a gardener. Now you are experimenting with your with yourself and testing your potential and going into something else. All right. Now let's move on. We want you to see the operation as a business. So yes, you must see the operation as a business. Now, before we go into more, I want us to also think safety. If you are going into if you have a garden and you're thinking about anything, you must think about safety. So one of the things I would encourage you to do is always either have something to eat, get some water, whatever I said, because yourself is the first safety. You have to think about yourself. So you can't want to feed the chicken them or go water the plant them and you tired over the plant them. So you have to make sure the plant them all right. You understand? In your tummy. What that? You know, so most persons they supposed to always say to you, say, here what no. If you plant you produce them on hungry belly, your crop no reach, you don't get a bounty crop. You understand? You need to ensure that your tummy fills. So when you're planting the stuff, or you're feeding the animal then, you understand? You get the desired result. Cool? Of a bounty. You understand? Or a buffer crop. Cool? No. You need to have a proper, you need to appreciate. You need to have an appreciation for proper presentation of products and services and your surrounding. Looking at the lab, you know, proper, clean and nice. You know what I mean? Put a little on the floor. You know what I mean? But too much of we know, so I'm not gonna bother. You know what I mean? Zoomland, honesty. No, what we're talking about is that I am going to give you a scenario. How many persons watch, just a tip, watch cable? How much of we have cable and watch cable? We just say it like that. Just say it colloquial. How much of we watch the cable? Persons in Zoomland, how many of you watch cable or have it? Don't laugh at me, because you can't say about YouTube and things. Right. What I want us to get out of what I'm saying now is that whenever you watch an American movie and you notice they're giving you something, do you notice that they just give it to you as how it is, or they always have a tendency to put it in something? It doesn't care how small, how big, how insignificant it looks. They do not give you the item dry like that. Whoever noticed that? They will always put it with one little bow. Even if them give you one pen, them put one bow on it. They're not going to give you the pen like that. That is just an American thing. The American have presentation pat down. You understand? Anytime you come on to customer service and how to deliver service, right? So what we want us to know is to have an appreciation. No persons who doing their chickens and so forth, they will say to us now that when they're doing it, they have to make sure so they have Miss Barry, tell me, you have to ensure so that no mark no depend them no red up. You understand? You have you have your tomato, them, your sweet pepper, them, you know, so you can't have no mark on them, no leaf on that. So what we're trying to say to you is that presentation is key. You have a backyard now, let us start thinking about the backyard. Remember now that we're drawing business to the backyard, right? So say for example, now, how can I use my backyard as a business? Cool, backyard as a business. You love flowers. You love flowers. And so up until this time, now you're 40, and up until this time, you have been going to the different flower shows and you have made a big collection of all of these things. So when you go in the yard, you understand how they come like a rainforest, right? Now, how can you turn that rainforest into a business? There are several ways. One, you love to decorate. You understand? Now, what happens is that pandemic are going on now, people want to get married. How my backyard come into a business now? Cool? So you decorate around at the back of the yard, you know, put up some little pretty flowers and put just married. You understand? You put the baby shower and all of them, you put something there. Another thing you can also do with the back of your yard is that you can do those kind of fancy dinners, right? So, you know, you might set up around a day where you have this waterfall, you understand? And you can have you just concrete the floor, put a little thing here, put some things around it and have a table. And then now you have, you put on the front of your yard that, you call it something guest house. Remember, you live in a one-room house and whatever, but you see round at the back of your yard, you turn it into a little thing now. What happens is that now, in the pandemic, them say, only what? 10 persons or whatever the case might be. Cool? Now, persons still want to go out to have, you know, they want to leave the home and so forth. Cool? And it doesn't really matter, you know, they just want to go somewhere that they don't remember certain things at that particular time. No, you do it in your yard already. You understand? There are times when you're bound that you can't go nowhere. It's like you just go in your bathroom and in this just turn your place of rest. You go in your bed, you go in your bed bottom, you go on your rooftop, you go in your tree. Well, Mr. Rastaman, so you know, when I climb my tree and puff, you understand? But you understand. So what we're trying to push from, you know, is that you can do dinners, exotic dinners. So you invite over or you put up the sign and you put it and you say, all right. And you go and now you use up your Zoom thing and your social media, you start to you know, take in what those orders or what you call that thing that you make you call the receptionist. Where say you do it, you make right. Say you call now and start to make reservations. Say you could have say Angie Bryan, right? Angie Bryan hideaway. You understand? One night sleep and two. Wait till you get breakfast. Break what continental style and then somewhere. Boom. Watch this style now. Remember now, you know, what we're trying us to do is to see farming, to see our backyard as a business. Cool? No. Look at this now. You have one plum tree in your yard. You understand? You have an ackee tree. Cool? You have your neighbor mango tree where lean over with a mango on it. You understand? Boom. And you call it some even though inside of the back of the yard, well designed, don't lose the track of what me I said to you. Remember we are talking about the same rainforest concept, right? We are turning. So what we want us to do now is to say, all right, boom. When you come on to the juice them now, because you have the reservation, so you have to have meals and those things prepared for them. Cool. Everything come with a cost. No, certain things are for free. We are saying, how can I use up my imagination now? You understand? To present to these wonderful people something luscious, something lumptious, you know what I mean? Something sweet and nice and delicious, and all those lovely words. How can I do that without it costing me a huge sum of money? I mean, I have to go talk, I have to go buy nothing a best dress, I have to go CP, What can I use within my immediate surroundings to generate income? All right, now we want us to know network with the RADA, JAS, the National Vet Division, and these kind of things. One of the things why we want us now to get involved with RADA and JAS is that, say, even if you're not doing farming as a business, you are encouraged to come and join up with RADA, right? Because at RADA we give technical advice and that's our main function, to give technical assistance to farmers, which is advice, right? Now, once going forward now, you're starting a business. So that simply means that over a period of time, you're planning, you see yourself getting bigger, right? Now, the biggest of man or the biggest of woman was once a baby. That big person now who are probably 30, 40, 50, that person was 1 year old at some point in time. So you have to be seeing yourself going somewhere, all right? Now, once you see yourself going somewhere, so that's why we said, register with RADA, get your RADA ID. Once you get your RADA ID, now you're eligible for a farmer's receipt book from the JAS. I am saying this part of it now before I go into it, because I don't want us to get bored. Half hour gone yet, I have to be careful, right? What happened now is that when you get registered RADA and you go and get your farmer's receipt book, what I want us to know, bear in mind that we're thinking about a loan. And how can your garden in the back of your yard allow you to get a loan? Can anyone in Zoomland want to tell me? How can your garden, your garden business, your backyard garden, help you to get a loan from the bank? While a student from UWI, UTech, KS, cannot go to the bank with a diploma or a degree and get a loan. And you, the farmer, who does the little something at the back of your, go down to the bank and get a loan. Tell me how you were able to do that. Anyone in Zoomland? Hello? Hello? Then jump asleep.
No, we're not sleepy. What was that?
You did I sleep, man? I was saying, how can you use your backyard business to get a loan from the bank? Because if you have a business, your business so you can make you get a loan. So how can, all right, so we say we're setting up a bank, we set up, we give you some ideas. How can you use that to get a loan? I need someone from Zoomland to tell me. All right, so with the interest of time and everything, and then my brain soon start get tired because my might want water and something, is that when you look at it, what we are saying to you now is that your receipt book is what will allow you to get a loan from the bank. No. Within a receipt book, there are certain information. Thank you very much. On the sheet of a receipt, right, or within a receipt book, there are certain information that are there that are critical that persons need to be mindful of. There is the date that is in the receipt book. There is the description that is in the receipt book. And there's also the amount that is in the receipt book. No, when a student from anywhere goes to the bank or to the credit union and they take their masters, them diploma, them rate, all of these fancy stuff to the bank. Does those receipts, does those diploma have date, description, amount of money on them? No. But you see a farmer who practices record keeping and him sell one chicken. You understand? We're going to blow it up. But what we're trying to get, you sell one chicken and you put it there. You sell, you date the chicken, the date, and the amount of money. You see, when you go down to the bank and you show them the receipt book, what them do? Somebody gets and tell me with them what they're doing, what they look for. The person in the bank flip the page and him look at, and he or she looks at the date, what you're selling, how much money. And then you know what them do? Them do it, them flip the page and say how often you do it. You see them flip the page and say how often you do it. You see them draw for them calculator and then start punch up the money them and say, oh, so within 3 months, you are a registered farmer, and within a 3 months, I see you spin over 100,000 and I see where you can pay it back. That means say you're eligible to get $50,000 loan. You understand? And you say, okay. So you see one man way down the road there now, and he have a big car and rare, and he turn over so because his car just crash or something, that forbid. We don't know what happened to them. But we just give something now, you know what I mean? And something that you start seeing, man, and say, God, more some money, you know. You know what I mean? And you just pass them with your, in your jeans and your tank top and whatever, and you know, your cutter shoes and your pretty socks and all of them things. I want some me get you out. You know, me I try to remember. You know what I mean? What's your name again? I don't remember her name, you know. Jazzy Lees or something like that. One of my favorite artists, right? No, we are saying that so that is how it might seem as simple to you, but you raising your 50 chicken on the back of your yard. But what are you doing? You are consistent. What is important is your consistency. So backyard gardening as a business, yes, but I must be consistent in what I'm doing. Also, I need to network with other entities. So for example, now you're going into horticulture, you're into flowers. You just can't bother the blood and the killing of the animal, man. You know, and you're a thing that you're more crops, you're more going to flowers. You like say pretty wall and then there's something there. Cool. How you go about doing that? Cool. So we are sitting here now, so we want you know to start to go around now and connect with entities. Find out about the Westmoreland Horticultural Society, you know what I mean, or the Grangeville Horticultural Society. What we want is that don't see that because it's the back of a yard and it's small, nothing can happen. You understand? It starts from inner your mind. You understand? It starts from inner your mind. All right? Another thing that is important is record keeping and branding. If you're going into backyard gardening and doing it as a business, persons now need to know you. So they know Miss Maxam as a chicken lady. They know so she does the chicken. You understand? They know you as a candle lady because you do candles. You understand? They know you as a honey person because you do honey. They know you, Miss Brand, you understand, as an onion person because you do onion. So what you have to know is that you brand yourself. So we are saying that branding now start to become a key thing. So you're in a Grangeville now and somebody say, some tomato you know, and they must scratch there, they must say, right, if you go a cent you know for tomato. You know what I mean? You know, they're willing to do it, you know, but they must say, isn't there an easier way? You know? And then one man walk past and my whistle, you know? I hear him say, boy, you know why you see me do a bag of tomato swing in your hands. So. I sing on him up. You know? He might go back film business, but you know, he was in that surrounding the same time when you have a need and you go so, oh man, what happened? Where get them tomato there from there? And he said, my friend Angie down there say, who will you carry it down there? You understand? So what we're trying to do is that we encourage you to have a brand. Cool? So if you're into flowers and with exotic things, have a brand. So say they know you as an archid person. Or even if they don't know you as an archid person, they know you as somebody that can go around and design, decorate. Because even that by itself is a business. You know? Your neighbor, I know a lady, what she does, she raises chickens, right? And then what she does now is that she bakes. So what she do? She goes to church, sell the whole idea to the people. And say, it's Sunday evening when everybody had left church, he hurry up come and in there at the gate, and he have everybody thing pack up in our box. Everybody Sunday dinner pack up in our box. So them a collect food and she a collect money. So from Saturday or from Friday or Thursday, she start collect order and say, where you are plan to eat Sunday? You understand? What plans you have? And what she do now, on the side now, she bake some little things. So you pay for the chicken or rice or the pork. But she bake one cake for the family. So you get one, you can bust up the cake on 6 or 8 pieces. You know? 4 for today, and the other 4 must be Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know how you go. You understand? Depending on how your belly feel. You see? So what we are trying to say here now is that farming can be a business, it's just how you see it. All right? How is my timing? I need you all to tell me if I need to continue or what? Continue? Okay. All right. We talk about this already. We're talking about a niche market. We're talking about a niche market. Now, what's a niche? A niche is a small specialized market for a particular product or service. Okay? And we talk about them earlier. And as I say, you talk about pigs, some persons talk about strawberries, some persons talk about honey, because strawberry is a business. I give you a typical example again of farming as a business, a backyard as a business. You ever notice that gentleman out of room there, sir? We sell the callaloo them? It's a brand, him brand, you know. Who don't know say callaloo there right there? Anywhere you go in Jamaica, you want callaloo. You can put on your pot pan fire and know say callaloo at the right there. That we are trying to bring out to you. Well, probably in a different part, them person in a different portion or something. Hush. But you don't know me I talk about, and I must have some fruit man and them people. You don't know, not I want pepper man. I went to a particular place, I was talking to hear the pepper man now, no. Taste and buy, paste and buy. You understand? How you have to taste and buy pepper? But hear the whole idea now. Everybody knows that, man. You know what I mean? Anytime you want pepper or something, you don't speak about taste and buy. Anywhere in there. So all of a sudden, you don't know any name. Taste and buy. You know, see, he has now built a brand. But what he has done now, but here the thing, but here the deficiency with him now. 10 years ago, he must have taste and buy with 2 pepper in hand. And 20 years now, up the road, he still had taste and buy with 2 pepper in hand, see me, at the same supermarket. All the supermarket paint and change and everything. Only thing we change in that female and does me, in clothes them change every day or something. But him no make no improvement. Him no make no improvement. All in him all up on YouTube, taste and buy. You understand? But he, the individual, no move up. What go wrong? You scan somebody in the land since you know just want to get interaction. Just want to have interaction here. Can somebody tell me what did that person, where that person go wrong in the business sense? Okay, so if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So therefore, earlier on we're saying that you need to see the big picture. You need to have somewhere going. You need to have somewhere going. So, so you can be funny. So someone here in the live audience said to me that maybe that person, what that person should have been doing is thinking about who can see your message. Okay, that person is saying maybe that person should have gone approach the supermarket and see how he or she can get that product inside of the supermarket. You know, say at almost 20 years that the man they are selling right there, so him no figure that out alone. Him no figure that out alone, you know. I want a little youth from where the mechanic. You know, a mechanic man just pass him one day and go in a shop, go in a supermarket and realize no pepper in there. And for him, auntie, cousin, brother, sister, niece, will live clear at all. You understand? He just go so, whoops, make a phone call and whoops. And this man there so for 20 years. I make one mechanic. We are no farmer. Calling cousin we are told. A supply one supermarket in a theme extension, in a theme district. That's folly. All right? That means you're not seeing farming as a business. We want us to see farming as a business. All right? Moving on. And so we said here that we need to have a niche. Say a niche where they're going to flowers, strawberries, you know, pigs, eggs, whatever. So that's your niche. You need to find something that is unique and that you love. You know, say for example, you like to decorate. You like to decorate. You like to decorate. So you get all a buckle, you know, and you just sit down and you crochet. And you have this and you say, how me can crochet the buckle? And you go there, you're in your hotel, you're in your hotel, you're in your hotel. So when you're done, it does look beautiful. It does look beautiful. You understand? All they do now, you just take some dirt, throw in it, and just put one flowers in it. Cut one and take them out, make it just take time grow. Then you get something and clip on it. When you're walking with it, you put your tag gate, you know what I mean, $500. Cool? So that's a 500, I say, right, it may make $500. You know? Yeah. And then you start make 1,000. Then they make $500, then they make 5,000. Then they make $200. Then they make $1 million. You know, go business. Right. It fluctuates. Cool. But so why is this stuck? Okay, good. Now, one of the things you're not able to see it. You're not able to see it the screen, right? Okay. All right. One of the things that most persons know. Let us be realistic. Backyard space. That is something readily available to everybody. How many persons here have space at their backyard? Me not have much in. Yeah, so not a lot of persons. So good. So this is what coming to be now. So person probably on a Zoom and say, chat. This a man here from rather just chat him a chat. You know what I mean? I don't have no space in the back of me yard. You understand? And when we gonna do it? You see it? When we gonna do it? So we are saying to you now, say, first you have to have the desire. You have to want to do it. You see, from you want to do it, you'll start to think of ideas now. Like inside of your house, the wall on your house, on your rooftop. You understand? In your walkway. You know, run a little fencing. You understand? I just see little dog we are catch up every minute you can't bother. Because when you go there, so you know you might smell the rankness. You understand? But differently still. You understand me, Zoomland? So what we say we want us to do as farmers is that first, we must want to do the something. You know? Another thing is that you can look for is that it may be something that you've been doing all your life, but you never yet seen it as a business. Like you just love a clean yard. And you never know, say, you could have used the love for clean yard, turn one big old landscaper that our sandals are higher you. And where you started from? Me back at your yard. Backyard as a business. But you have to believe in yourself and you have to see where you want to go. Good. So maybe pepper your crop. You understand? No, I do a bit of farming, right? And I plant sweet pepper, I plant pineapple, I plant yam, I plant a couple of things like tomato, cabbage. The cabbage no come. Tomato no come. Sweet pepper kind of come and the yam worse. Planting, me good with the planting. You have to plant yam and pepper. And that's what we're talking about. The biggest man was once a baby. I remembered I was at work and when I was co-worker, I was saying, you know, she just start off a little thing. She just want to know about farming. She just want to know about farming. She just want, you know. But what she was always doing is that she always asks a lot of questions. So it's not like so she buy this stuff now and just carry go her yard and she just keep in a little box and I say, well, you know, nobody know. If you see one, if one fly pitch for him, I say, I wish fly. You know what I mean? If a black fly, brown fly, if a foreign fly or a local fly, she asks you questions, you understand? And you know what I mean? She said, no, and she tell you this and that and that. And what she did, what I'm observing about her is that She's mastering a small plot. Because the same problem you have, the same problem you're going to have in the small field, same problem in the big field. So if you know if you control it in the small field, that means that when the big field come on, you'll be able to. Cool. Another thing you realize that is that if you learn to know how to do it now in the small thing, when you go up, so the man when you employ if you come help you upon the farm, then can't go around. Grow on one. I plant one sweet pepper tree already. I plant one pumpkin plant already. I know how pumpkin grow. And you can tell me, say, me if you plant the pumpkin, oh, that's so. Where? And yes, so me you want to take it. And if you feel, I feel me, make you feel, yes, so me learn something else now. But me learn it off of my merit, with my money, and me make it for my mistake. But me can't go make you, make me waste my money for you. We tell me if you go do foolishness. Me a fool. So these are the things that we look into. First is on the we're trying to push the meeting. We're trying to push it. We're talking about space as well. I know on it you can see where persons doing this person in the I don't know how to say it to you guys. Okay, the top left picture shows a gentleman on his rooftop using containers, planting vegetables, mostly leafy vegetables, right? On the top right, there's a young lady now showing her using her small amount of space to get some crops done. She's planting callaloo and okra, right? All right. Down below now, what you see is a gentleman now. What happens is that gentleman only have a neighbor wall. And then team house there say, you know the gentleman now, get one tarpaulin in a hallway over crosses. Greenhouse that. Greenhouse. Greenhouse. You understand? So what you're saying is that when you're working with small spaces, all you have to do is know where you're going and start small. You understand? And anytime you start small, remember, it's only a matter of we call it exponential or expound or whatever, because if you do the small thing, you just scale it up. So you go from, you do a little one, you don't scale to a big, because nothing will really change. You know, you do buy 10, you do buy 1 pound of flour to feed 10 people, no 100 people. You know what I mean? But I still the same things, and you just need more of the things, but I still the same needing. You still have to add the water and a little salt to that. Really, I still the same things. It's just that now might be have to go add more muscle to need that the flour there. You know? Yeah. All right. Boom. Now we're talking about backyard garden. Something that we encourage persons to do is that you might need storage. You need holding area somewhere to protect your tools and equipment, your material them. Right? We talk about certification, meaning that we encourage persons to go to HEART, see how you can probably get something for yourself. Online now, currently online, because of the whole pandemic, a lot of courses going on, aquaponics courses, persons want to go into fish, persons want to go to flowers or something. There's a lot of online things going on that you can be certified. Persons who want to go into processing. So say, for example, you have a goat. You understand? Every time you look on the goat, you breast never long so. You know what I mean? I know I walk, I just say it a flash. And if you look carefully, you see milk a drop out. What I tell you say, you have a high, you have a strong. You see that that particular goat breed that you have, they might have a good milking capacity. So what that means, you can probably link up it rather and tell them, say, you want to know how to make goat cheese. You want to make lotion, you want to make soap. Because what you find, say, you want good milk goat in your yard. Yeah. Every time you look at, I must full of milk, so. You know what I mean? Because what? Due to the genetics, you get a good goat and you don't know. You understand? You let him go and all your neighbor, them and dog are running a finger for me, a good quality goat. I drop milk, no rock stone. Right? So we want to emphasize that personal protective gears, we talk about that, we need to wear your protective gloves. You know what I mean? Try to protect yourself. If you're going to use pesticide or chemical or anything, try to protect your nose or whatever. All these things. It is very important. All right, we talk about record keeping and branding as well. Cool. Now, just to close up, right? Persons in Zoom land, are you there?
Yes, we're still here.
All right. But you always answer me all right.
Yes, I'm here.
Anyone else?
Yes, I'm here. I'm hearing you.
Yes, I'm here.
Would you like what one?
Very
Yes.
much, very much.
Okay. All right. I'll continue then.
I'm also here. I'm here this.
All right, nice.
Very
Okay,
informative session. Thank you.
Yes, I'm here. I would like to ask a question.
Do it then.
Oh,
How do I go about getting my farmer's license?
Okay, well, you need to be doing something. You start doing anything yet?
Well, I'm thinking about it, but I'm wondering if I should get the license first, or how does it go?
All right, here we are going on, mommy. You see, with RADA, we will always accommodate you by giving you technical advice without registering you. So you can still come to us and talk to you. But we don't register a farmer until that person have something actually doing.
Okay.
So you need to have something. So whether you have at least 50 chickens or you have one square of land, have something planting or something, but you have to have something for us to put you, to give you a farmer's idea, to have you in the system. However, the regular service, technical advice and those things will still come there advisor despite you're not a registered.
Okay.
I need
So
a
the
TRN,
farmers, okay. Thanks much.
your passport, and you don't show up at any RADA office.
go again with that. Didn't get that.
So you can show up with the ID, driver's license, passport at basically any RADA office, but it would be best if you're from
And
Westmoreland, you go to the Westmoreland office. If you're from Hanover, you work with the Hanover office.
Okay, but I have a piece of land
Mhm.
and I'm ready. I'm registered. I'm not sure if I'm fully registered because I haven't started paying for it. They came, took my name, and I'm to start paying. So do I
No,
get a license?
like a
based
land
on that?
agent.
No, man, it's the same farmers thing.
Eh? I have pay money over.
No, man. We don't start. Other person's planting on the property, but I don't start on my piece yet.
Okay. You see, what happens is that RADA is not an entity where the only time you pay money there is if when you're paying for your farmer's ID, you need like a referral letter.
So
Understand? So if you're
based
going
on that, I want to know if I like what have the land. How do I get seedlings and all of those things?
Oh, you look like you have to call me number. Call me off of the line so we're not disturbing anybody else, you know? My number.
Go ahead.
566.
I'm hearing you.
Call me 566. 566.
Okay. 566.
3669.
Ah, sorry, I forgot your number.
Me just get him.
All right.
Okay,
I'll call you.
556. It's 556 3669. Yeah, 556.
3669.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, mom. Call me and make me a talk, you hear?
Okay, sir.
Because I don't want the person them start yarn, you know? All right. So
Okay.
before we get back to it, because we have a DIY session left and it's getting hot in here. All right, so let's go.
Hello.
Say hot in a good way.
Sir, excuse me, could you please repeat the number because we had gotten cut off, so I didn't hear the number that you were giving out.
Sure. It's 556 556 369. 669.
All right, thank you.
Yes. No really want me to laugh off of me. What my co-worker said, what make them choose you them the last two number. You know? Only some people you understand it. Anyway, okay. So we're talking about backyard gardening as a business as well. And this is something that we talked about earlier. And I just want to say it again, where we can go into the renting of tools. So if you don't want to go and help somebody go and clean up them yard for them and set it and collect them money from them. You can say, all right, here I have a chainsaw. You have a tree in your yard to cut. Rent it from me. You understand? You don't have to go all the way down there, so really. So you start have a little rental business. You understand? At the back of your yard. The only problem with when you have a rental business that you might need a little storage here because you might have a little gasoline. And if you have a young baby there and I want to smell it or go put it on the night and think of quench it. You understand? So them kind of little something there. So you can also go into tools. Okay, awesome. I got a question here where it says that someone was talking about crabs. And they said that when I understand my crab, when I understand crab, it's something close to crayfish with the big butt there. With the thing there. I know it crabs, C-R-A-B-S. That is true sometimes I talk crab. I don't know if you know crab or a crab. You know, a crab or a crab. Okay, right. So they say crabs invade your farm and eat down crops like your cabbage, your pop choy, your pumpkin, etc. What kind of chemicals can be used to protect your backyard garden from pests without heavy chemicals? Okay. All right. Now, what I must let you know that this question, thanks for this question, you have chemicals that come with color codes. You have green. When you look at the down on the labels, either say a green marking on it, you'll see a red marking on it, you'll see a yellow marking on it, or you might see a blue marking on it. Now, the blue, to the best of my knowledge, is the mildest one, is the least harmful one, while the red one is the most toxic one, right? So that is how it goes. Now, when it comes on to crab and so forth, right? Those things, they are climbers. So you're going to need something that once they eat it and they ingest it, you're going to have to try to kill them from inside out. Cool? So I wouldn't, so to tell a person to set up like a fencing, you know what I mean? They must say where this man come from, a space. Them that knows a crab climb. So if you're set up and tell them to go put thing on, you climb over that. You understand? So definitely you're going to need to make some form of application. Cool? And you tell you the truth, I don't know half of my head. I don't know half of my head at this moment. But I can check it out and get back to you. You see? Is that okay? Yeah.
Somebody offered a suggestion to say they can catch the crabs and sell it as a business.
Yes, yeah, man, you can catch a crab and sell it, but the selling is not the person's concern. It's the eating of their cabbage, their pop chow, and their pumpkin. That's what they want to stop. You understand? So yes, you can catch it and sell it, but the crab don't eat all the cabbage, leave them already. So unless you catch it now and sell it and go buy back more cabbage and wait till the season done if you go plant it, so that's no more crab, no eat it. Cool, but you have some pesticide out there, some things that I could tell you, but I'm not going to take the risk and tell you over the air like that. All right? It's going to cost too much, and I have to be careful, being that I'm a technical man. So certain questions I have to answer them one away because it's not just like a straightforward answer. Like you can say, what color is the sky now? And you say blue. When they ask about the crab question, I can't just tell you, say, go use Malatine. You know what I mean? No. All right? Moving on, if there's no other questions. All right? Beekeeping is another venture you can go into. For your backyard, so we're just looking at something before we finish. Beekeeping is another venture you can go into for your backyard. You can have five bees on the backyard. That's a big business. You understand? You can also go into flowers. Another thing, when we talk about flowers, all right, boom. Some women say she don't have a lot of space in the back of the yard. Zoomlanders, you don't have a lot of space in the back of the yard. Good? But what we're saying to you is that your backyard can hold 5 tires. Your backyard can hold 5 tires. Do me a favor now. You know, get the 5 tires full up with dirt and become creative. Cut the tire in 4 sections, right? And you know, so you have 3 different color flowers, you have 4 different color flowers in the yard. One bloom purple, one bloom white, one bloom green. No. red, and the other one blue, yellow. You understand? And then fluffy. You put it inside of the pot, and you put it out the gate, and you put fast here. You understand? And somebody buy it. You say to the person, them say, you know, something offer you call it maintenance servicing too. So that means, you know, when the thing them a grow up or thing and them want to pull back or something, you can say, call me, man. I'll come and I'll care the crop for you. You understand? And so that person pay you one additional $1,000 or no, remember no, you know, that are just one person from the scheme there. A 500 house there in a scheme, and a one you have. And you lack 50 out of it. A 50 grand that is? Yeah. And they always tell me I mustn't say it. But me love say it. You know, say the 50 grand they tax free. And I like me, you know, we work for the government, you know, when we get PR, me know next week or sometime that week, yeah. But me not miss one thing with one big old, like one big old hand going at and when you get your money, you see the $1,000 you get, I hold $1,000 you get in. When my boss pay me from town, you know, and he say me get too much, you know. You understand? When me look good, you know, and how much he saying? He tell me say Tom, Dick, Harry, Michelle, Susie, you know what I mean? But we understand, so that help with the road, public health, library service, we are benefit of all me. So it's like me pay me oneself. Anyway, this is not for the year. I hope no ministry not hearing us. Right? But you're getting the concept. Something else that I'm glad I want us to factor in here. And I want us to look at this opportunity. This is another opportunity before we move and get into the DIY part of it. I noticed that there's this particular gentleman within the within Westmoreland here. It's a role model I look up to him. And what I've observed is that what he goes, when he retired, right? He already have this thing going on where he goes to the banks. He serviced the banks. And when I say service the banks, he serviced the flowers inside of the bank. So this rich man, you know what I mean? When the bank them close up, and you have how much millions of dollars can go in there, you don't see one little rich man, you don't know what's saying rich. You go in one little piece of pan and all the secret of the money. That's what that means, you know what I mean? As you go in here and take up this money, walk down and little back and spray it and go on the banks. And then come out. Yes, and then come out here, so one service is probably doing like 3 times for the week. For that week alone, for just that bank alone, you understand? They come up with some crazy money. I know in the bank alone, you probably have other bank notes and say, I don't JN, if I do Sagicor, if I do all of that. And the only thing we do are those flowers. Yeah. So, yeah, the pharmacies too. And why I say that is that you have the library. No, only kind of late still because they probably have missed. They come and polish out and things there. So they can try the style, I guess. You know, they'll go try somewhere else. But I mean, just you looking after the plants. Just you looking after the plants, you know what I mean? Good. So that is something that you can go into where you find entities, pharmacies, supermarkets, different areas, hotels where they need a place to have some form of decoration. You understand? Even the homes, and you go there and you offer your service, you come, you clip through. So all the little dry plants, they go through and they clean them up and nice them up. So when you come back among them, when you come back the following day, I say, wow, you know what I mean? Good. Now you can also go into decorations where you're going to like weddings, what's that thing you call funerals where you make them a wreath? Yeah, wreath, right? That don't be something like, right. Good. So those kind of stuff can be done. Cool. All you need to do is popularize yourself. All right. Exotic things. Something else I want to push onto is for fruit trees, like a coconut tree. A coconut tree takes like 5 years to grow. I mean, to start beer in its full production. But in a 3 years, it starts to beer. Now, me don't know if you didn't know, say, truck drive around every almost all the while I buy coconut. All of these kind of stuff. So that by itself now is a business. So you know the power with them, they pan raise no chicken and go collect no dirty tie and collect no buckle. Because I have to say it as because some person go and say it like that. While another person say, boy, that tie they can't too dirty for me. You understand? Him go for that the tie. While another man say, me can't manage that. Me don't want nobody see me and take up no tire. And then he flash in here like that. You know what I mean? I have some talk I say, You know, so what we are saying to you now, another thing that you might realize is lychee. I don't know if you have heard of lychee. Lychee, they will tell you that persons buy the tree in your yard. It's a very expensive thing. So we are saying to you that these are ways that you can make money in your backyard as a business. In St. Thomas, when you go to St. Thomas, mango, it's like a cane. A business don't have to like, you know what I mean? When they go St. Thomas, although St. Thomas is cane as well. You know what I mean? Up there so is known as the mango belt, especially if you East Indian. You know what I mean? Oh, you know, and I don't know if you ever go past, what they call it there, but that place in here, man, Texaco. I see a virgin out there, you know, with a pickup. And him all loud and so, you know what I mean? But he never sell mango. You know what I mean? And when the reason the man say, you sometimes want to St. Thomas make go get mango. So, oh, you don't know that I plant 2, 3 down here. And a 500 for a mango plant. And it take you 3 years, 5 years to start. Eh? Only thing you have to do is protect it from cow and goat and come and foul. In a 3-year time, you know, you're bingo, you know. Yeah. So backyard as a business, soursop as a business. You understand? Breadfruit tree can be a business. Breadfruit a serious business. Right. So we are saying to you, maybe you have a lot of money. You have this guy in sing a song name. We must name Protege. He will say, food they don't country or drop off of the tree. Them yet, you know what I mean? People are saying they're poor and they're hungry and they're in poverty. How much mango drop off the and you tell me, boy, you're too weak. You know, no strength, you're hungry, and then I say, mango drop off a tree. This morning, last time, make sure we pick the cherry them and blend them this morning. Must that's why I have fire, so. You know what I mean? Me blend up the cherry juice, you know? Yeah, man. So, yeah, I get the concept. We are saying you can go into soursop, limes, lemons, breadfruit. So these are ways that you can go into farming, all right? We just list out some. We have another thing, you can go into birds, exotic birds. You understand? You can go into fish. You can go into herbs, right? You can also go into hydroponics or aquaponics. Hydroponics now is where you just have some water run in some tubes. You understand? And then you plant plants inside of them. And you give them the nutrients and they come, but they use up some small spaces. I don't want to turn it. I need the guys to see. And then on the other case, then you have aquaponics. Now, aquaponics is where actually rear where you rear the fish, and the feces from the fish go up to the plants them now absorb some of those nutrients from the feces and also filter the water before it goes back to the fish. You understand? So you call it, I think they call that word a symbiotic, what the word name? Symbiotic system or something like that. Go on where this one is related on the other, so there's a relationship going on between both of them. All right. So this is something that you have to factor in and can be done. Another thing you must factor in mind is that the world is going more technology. So anything that you can use to improve, increase technology, we encourage you, like you can set on timers. You understand? You can put cameras inside of your unit, solar entities inside of your unit. All right. And I have now come to the end of my presentation. Is there any questions? A lychee tree, you can get them. I can connect you with me with persons who sell them. What I must let you know though about the lychee trees is that temperature has a lot to do with it. If it's safer down here in the west, where it's a bit hot, they may not do so well. They'll grow and become very massive trees, but they will never bear. Why? Because the temperature down here is just too hot. But if you go to Stony Hill in Kingston, yeah. So that is one of the reasons why you probably don't really see deer down here. You understand? Which other crop we can? Hello?
Right, we have Arlene Lawrence asking about seedlings,
Yes.
flower seeds. Where can those be acquired?
Okay, to the best of my knowledge, most RADA offices have a nursery that does seedlings. So they can pop up at any RADA office and ask for it. What I know they may not, what I can't guarantee is that they might have what they probably need. Because that person might be going there for, for sweet pepper, and probably only cabbage and tomato is there. So if you can get the office number and call them and find out what is there before you show up, that will be good. But most RADA offices have nurseries that produce plants. seedlings that you can purchase. Down here in Westmoreland, we do it for $20 per plant, per seedling. Okay?
Okay, thank you. I'm a Jean Coleman Gordon.
Yes, ma'am.
What can you use for caterpillars on your tomato plants?
Okay, as I said, when you're asking agricultural questions, it's not as straightforward as you can say blue, right? So in this case, I should ask you what stage of the life is the plant? How is the plant start bearing now or it just start? What stage is the plant, the tomato plant? Fix up that table for me, I'm going to get busy because I'm not seem like when I get in a bit. So clear up that table, we'll start the DIY while I answer
Okay,
these.
I'm a Jean. All right, I'm a Jean says that tomatoes are now on the tree.
Tomatoes now on the tree. All right, how many trees you have? Is it like a gardening thing or it's a big thing you have? Because that is important. So the reason why I ask you. Hello?
She has one at the front door.
One at the front door and she has caterpillar issue. Well, if she has one at the front door and she has caterpillar issue, what I'd ask her to do is to monitor and scout the plant during the early mornings and late evenings and look for the caterpillar and pick it up. Do not buy any chemical for that plant. Do not buy any pesticide for that plant, okay? All you need to do is either go early or late afternoons, early mornings or late evenings, and look on the tree, especially under the back of it, you understand? And pick out the insect from off of it.
All right, thank you.
More healthier for you since you're doing so. This is just it's one plant. Safety comes first. So you don't need to make a purchase to get yourself more toxic. All right? Why I say that is that when you use the chemicals on the plant, they have a certain time to come out of the plant. You understand? I don't want you to read the plant before it, or you're spending unnecessary money. Okay? That might cause what you call it mutation. Okay, Miss Imogen?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. Who's next? That's it? All right. Thank you for having me. I see some questions here before going to the DIY. Thanks. One at the front door. Okay. 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 All right. So we're going to move now into the DIY section. I'll bring in Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson is now back on the floor. Thank you. Making preparation. Okay. Oh, so I will stop share my screen. Open up the video. All right, good. So this is for me. All right. Now, it is as I go, I want us to be doing the same thing with me. All right. So one of the objectives I would like to do today is that since we are saying backyard gardening now as a business, it would only be fair or practical for one to give an example, right? And so persons who are in Zoomland, you may not be aware, right, up until now. However, there are persons who are here in the live audience that know about it. And as such, I hope that if you can go and get like a paint pan, a plastic paint pan. You understand? Ensure that it has its handle. Okay. Once it has its handle, cool. What happens is that now we want to do something that is called, and bearing in mind that we are thinking about space. So how can I use up my imagination, come up with something that from my garden that I can use to start a business? And so this is why we're going to give you something to say, we give you something to start a business with. All right. So as I said, you're going to need a paint pan. You're going to need some soil. As you can see, there's soil inside of it. You have to ensure that it has a handle. Now, we chose a white container because what happened now is that this part now is left up to you. Say, for example, you started your business. Say you want to start your garden, and you decided that you wanted to have a particular look or a particular logo. What happened now is that you can get, say, for example, a piece of paper here. And if you have your spray paint or something, I'm not going to use it inside the library. I'm just showing you what you can do, right? Normally, when you're watching your television, your TVJ and your CVM, you see them do the DIY something. So I hope you still watch the local TV them. Any local people in here? So you know, so the other day, I go somewhere, the person them laugh off of me. And I'm like, you still watch TVJ? Like, me feel shame. Like, yeah, like I only cable. Right? You know, I was like, really? You don't know what's going on in the country? Okay. So they said they can go for YouTube, go watch it. That's up to the data people. Right. So we have this container here. So what you can do now, say for example, you have a what you call it now, a white paper, something you could draw a face on it, and then paste it onto the front of this container here, and then get your favorite color, whether it be pink, green, blue, whatever, and spray. So that hole, so those holes that you created on it now, you understand? Once you remove that paper from it, those areas would remain. So you would see an eye, a nose, and a mouth. You understanding me? Okay. Can I have a white paper, please? Just a white blank paper. So my ladies, so in your case now, right? I'm sorry for Zoomlanders, sorry for continuously leaving. Used to is a hell of a thing, all right? Okay. So say for example, you have this, guys, get your blank paper, show me your blank paper. So this is the blank paper. So you draw a circle on it. Are you seeing that circle? Right? Are you seeing it? So it's a circle like that, right? Then now you're going to put in the eyes. Are you seeing the circle? So you see right here? So you'd cut from here. Oh my God. So you'd cut out this area here. But you'd leave right here so that the entire thing doesn't come off. Oh my God. Are they able to see? Right? So now what to do now? We create an eye here. So we create a hole. So now create an eye. So this is the face. That round thing you see in here is the face. You create an eye. You clear out this area. Where the eyes are, you clear it out. Then you put a triangle for the nose. So you cut out this nose. When you see this, you see the triangle, right? And then now you make a smiley face with a, you know? So we go, smile. Are you seeing that? Now what happens is that once we cut out this, you understand? We put it now onto this container like this, right? And then now take our favorite color spray paint and spray it. Once you lift it off now, you will see the eyes, nose, and this smiley face. You understand? And that by itself is just a design. Now I'm just showing you some basic little things, guys. I'm not trying to do anything to hyperloop it. We're trying to do the simple things and starting out small and then we move on. I know that there are other capable persons inside of here, but we're working with the basic stuff. All right. So once you have done that and you have now established your smiley face container, so this is now your potting bag, your potting container. All right. So now when you just got this by itself, this was probably, it didn't worth anything. Nobody wanted it. You could have taken it clean and licked off. Right? But you know, put on a face on it. You know, put a face on it. You understand? So therefore, it now moved from stone to probably about $200. So we're slightly improving the value of this container. So this container is now $300. What I now want us to do now is that we have an option. We can either hang, let it hang, let it come from above and hang, or we can let it come from below and hang. Underneath it, are you seeing a hole underneath? Good. So what we want you guys to know is that we can either put it, have the plant going from here, and some plants that we can go right from here, like sweet pepper, hot pepper, tomato, cabbage, and this kind of stuff, right? So you can let it come out from here and hang. One of the disadvantages about the direct planting and it growing up that way is that over here at time it kind of become hard to handle. Understand? So this is one of the disadvantages when you plant it like that. It becomes very hard to handle. Okay? So if you're supposed to hang this like that, it becomes a bit of an issue. However, I have another one. So it's not anything I need to put at the top here to come over. It's a bit of that. But this is also a bit of that. No. So the ones that I showed you, right? So this is another one, right? And here's a pepper. Are you seeing my pepper? Say hi to my pepper. All right. And I have two peppers. See that one and that one? Right. So it has a smiley face and now it has a plant in it. Now, if I generate something like this, right? You can see the root underneath it. See? See the root? So the plant was actually planted underneath here. We didn't plant it from the top. It came from the bottom. And we're going to show you how we put it there, right? So once we put it there now, we allow it to grow. And so what it going to naturally do, it going to grow from under and comes up. Why? Because plant will always go to the direction of the sun. All right, so it's going to come. So many persons don't have spaces. Like I was saying to you, if you don't have any space that you want to grow some pepper, it's a simple way to do it. You can hang it in the kitchen. You understand? At least you get some farmer self a relief. And if you get too much off of it, you can go sell it for $50. You know what I mean? Just for argument's sake. You understand? Right, because we have to keep it monetized, because we're talking about money. Backyard farming as a money, as a business. Okay? So we're going to finish up now and make it. Remember that one of the things that we said today is that when we leave here, we're supposed to leave with something here that if we're supposed to go out there and somebody see to it, so we can sell it at the same time. So we're going to see if we can get that done today. All right? So now that you have we have seen what I'm all about, let's get into it. Hello, anyone in Zoom land have any bucket or any dirt right now? Can you turn on your video and show me? Or you just participate? Or just log in? All right.
No bucket, no bucket. All right, there's a comment to say that very informative. They are intrigued with the demonstration.
All right, really appreciate that. Hope I can add more value to it. Okay.
I have no buckets right now, but I do have plants in containers at home. I have tomatoes. Awesome. I have sweet peppers, a couple of plants that I have in containers at home.
I love to hear that. You keep it up now.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that's only one person. Any more persons? Come on, come on, come on. All right, so basically you get the concept. Cool? No, you can get even your file paper or whatever the case might be and wrap it up. You understand? And give it a different presentation. Remember, we talk about the spray paint or something and give it a design. So what means that we give the value. So now when we have the complete plan, we can sell this now for $1,000. So we move all the way from something we can take fling it dog to something move to $300, then it move from $500, then it move to $1,000. If this is a more paper panini, you know, sell 1,500 or 2,000, may I sell it? Yeah. And here one known, you can do it in a style, you know, you can tell them, say, this one is Scotch bonnet. It's for $1,500. Oh, you can get that one. That one is West Indian red. It's a bit cheaper. You know, so you start having like a style. You know, you have little, you know, versus, what's the word? And options. Sure. You understand? So what we keep on saying that, see the thing as a business, some simple things. Cool. Another thing is that you might say, all right, you do it here, so you do this, but everybody in a Grangeville have paper, not true? Everybody in a Grangeville have paper. So you know, I'm gonna sell this in a Grangeville. Say no way, you don't know. You just pack up a little vehicle and you go on now a housing scheme. You know, the little short housing scheme there with some one-room studios and them kind of thing there. And you just blow your on. Paper man, come look, come. You know what I mean? And you just stop and you pull out your thing and then for the day you drive and you make back your gas money. You know what I mean? And you probably only make $1,000, but you make a contact with that the one and that the one and say, come back next week. Business start, all right? So this is basically the typical why. Now that you have done that, simple thing is that all you have to do with this one is that firstly, you have to cut the bottom of it, right? Before you insert the soil in it, right? Now, once you have done that, say this is the plant. This is the pepper plant. This hole that you see underneath it, what you would have done is to insert it inside of it just like that, let it stays hanging like here, and then you add the soil to it, right? And it would actually hold it. Cool? So it will naturally hold it. You understand? So all you have to do is just cut here. So don't cut it too big. You understand? Make even the dirt itself will fall out. But just it good enough size that this can hold underneath it. And then you ram the other, you put the other dirt on top of it now so that it helps to hold it. Cool? And you're good to go. You can do your strawberries, you can do your tomatoes, you can do your hot peppers, you can do your cucumbers, you can do almost anything with this particular particular technique. And one of the advantages about it, you can tell them that, you know, say it can hang. Yes, you can tell, you say it can hang. You know, yeah, that high tech. So you have to sell the thing, you know. You have to sell the thing, you know. You understand? All if a lie, you have to tell everything, you know. You know what I mean? Yes.
I have a question.
Yes, Miss Brown.
Can I get 14 soil to purchase that from RADA? Because the plants that I've bought from RADA,
yes,
I noticed the soil is sort of different. It's dark, it's black.
Yes.
And it's fine. Can I get that soil to buy from RADA, or where can I get it to buy?
Okay, maybe you won't be able to get it to buy from RADA because we don't do stuff like that, right? But what I think I can help you with is the name of it. So rather than you go and ask for a potting mixture, I would recommend that you go and ask for germination mixture.
Okay.
There's a difference. Also, when you go and make the purchase, look at the type, look at it before you accept it. The germination mixture is much smaller in its particles. So you don't see a lot of twigs and rumbles and leaves and all of those heavy stuff inside of it. It's well refined.
Okay.
Right. So once you go there, you ask for germination mix and you touch the bag that they put in it and you feel like some piece of sticker or something, and I tell them, say, you know what?
Okay. Okay.
The one you put the seed. Yeah. So it more is an explanation what make you get it and not necessarily where.
Okay. So I get it at the regular farm store then?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Miss Brown.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Anyone else? Oh, team. Hold on, now finish. We are selling that today. Hold on, now do it. Oh my God, you didn't ask me. Yes. Hi guys, any more questions?
Not a question here, but I'm happy for the information because I have a strawberry that
That's
I plant in the ground and the goat keep eating it. So now I will be taking it up, putting it in a bucket and hanging it. Thank you.
Yes, and I'm going to tell you something. You're going to bingo when you make them hang because they kind of like that kind of high elevation.
All right, thanks.
Right. Even though when you look
Rather-
abroad, you might see them plant it in the earth, but when they plant it in the earth, actually up there so cool and nice. So the cool and nice thing there are the same amount, at the same kind of energy when you hang it out here in Jamaica.
All right, so I'll be hanging it. I think I'll be hanging it in the almond tree that I have at the back.
Okay. I remember if you put a smiley face on it, okay?
All right, will do.
Thank you. Any other one? Any other questions?
Rather sells strawberry plants. I think I've asked already, Rather in Hanover, and they said that they don't sell strawberry plants.
I must say to you that from time to time we will we do it. You understand? But not in the most recent. You know. However, there's
Okay.
someone I think. Oh my God, is it Duran? But I think Alvin Moore in St. Elizabeth have it. I'm not quite sure exactly where, but you can link up with your St. Elizabeth officers. They could assist you. The persons from St. Elizabeth.
So the
Okay, we
temperature
have-
here in Hanover, is it conducive to it? Will it affect it in any way? It can be grown in Hanover because I understand that it likes certain type of climate.
It will grow. I've seen it grow here in Westmoreland, and I've seen it grow here in Hanover as well. You understand? So I don't think it's just here.
Okay, we have Tamika. We have Tamika Thompson. She asks a question: what nutrients is available that can be added to tomato, sweet pepper, pop choy, callaloo, and lettuce?
All right, that's a nice question. Thank you for that one. But we have to look at them separate now, okay? So if you're talking about cabbage and pop choy, you know, those are leafy vegetables. So leafy vegetables more like nitrogen-based fertilizers, right? However, when you talk about tomatoes and sweet peppers now, those are bearing, so they produce fruits, right? So so what you might need now is that we have to look at it from two steps. The fruit trees that you're talking about in terms of your tomato and your sweet pepper, what stage are they? Are they at the just planted stage, or are they at the bearing stage? Because if they are at the just planting stage, you'd want to use 11, 22, 22, or probably 14, 28, 14. But once they have started to bear and give you fruit, or you're harvesting from it, you might want to use your 15, 5, 35, or even sometimes you might drop off on 11, 22, 22. So it all depends on where the plant is at that particular time, you know?
You said it's flowering at the moment.
It is flowering and blooming now. Before, had you applied any fertilizer to it?
No, she says.
Okay, if that's, okay, good. So it is flowering and blooming now. I would more want you to try a liquid feed than more of a granular fertilizer at this stage. What I'd want you to try a liquid fertilizer is that soon from now, within a month time or probably shorter, they will start to bear. So I don't want you to be consuming the tomato, the pop choy with the fertilizer still in it. So if you have your 11, 22, 22 or your green zit or something like that, you can use those kind of liquid fertilizer. Your 2020, I mean, your 2020, that blue fertilizer, that polar thing. Yeah, I would recommend you use that now. And once you have reaped from the crop, once you have reaped your first beer, now you can use like your 11, 22, 22 or your 15, 5, 35. I hope I'm clear.
All right, thank you. Althea Davis Harris, it's not a question but a comment. Thank you, Mr. Williams, very engaging, very informative demonstration. From Imogene, she's just commenting that she was able to reap 2 ripe tomatoes already, and she gives a big thanks for your encouragement, and she will continue to work with her tomatoes.
thank you. I must big up the Jamaican Library Service, especially the Grangeville branch having this opportunity, you know. I'm glad to know that we deliver. Big up Miss Williams and our team.
So,
All right, Miss
Mr.
Brown.
Williams,
Yes, ma'am.
what natural alternative could I use instead of chemical based to treat like the bugs and insects that bite the leaves? Like my sweet pepper plants and stuff. I have some sweet peppers and I have some I think it's garden egg, stuff like that. What natural alternative? Because I don't like chemical. I prefer to use an alternative method.
All right. When you say like I must say that when you say that you don't like chemicals or you don't like to do it, in somewhere somewhere you are using it, probably it's more milder. All right.
Yes.
So, now, in the case that we want to go at, we're looking at homemade techniques. One simple ready technique that you can use is the mixing of it. You can get your hot pepper. You can get like your hot pepper seeds and so forth, and you put them in your blender with some cooking oil, like or your orchard oil with some water, and you blend it up. You blend it up. You can even put some onion inside of it as well, and blend it up and let it be very rich. Cool. And then you mix it with some water and then you strain it. Ensure that when you're straining it, you understand, none of the seeds or the blended stuff, the puree part of it doesn't come inside of the spray pan, that it blocks it. All right. Once you have done that now, what you can do now is that you would have come up with a concentration. No, you don't need to now make use that concentration and convert it now into a solution. No, we are saying this to say that once you have blend up all the pepper and all those things, and you strain it off and have that in the container now, you know going to need to convert it into the spray pan, because you can't use that strong coating and spray the plant, it will burn it up. So I don't want to hear that they say, boy, Mr. Williams still saying you can go use hot pepper for your plant them and you go use it, and the whole of them burn up, you know what I mean? Anyway, me in Jamaica, you'll find me. We can't find
I won't find you. So, we'd have to do a test first. I would have to do a test first.
No, you have to talk to me. So come here, talk now. Say that you do a test first, and what you say the test say that do more tell us say, try 1 tablespoon of that to a liter of water.
Of water, yes.
Right. And why I want you to use the pepper, right? And you say that you have more worm problem is that you see the pepper, once that heat touches the skin of the worms and so forth, it will burn them and cause damage and kill them. However, that pepper technique may not necessarily work for all pest problems.
Yes.
But you see, like worms are the soft-bodied insects, like you have aphids and these kind of stuff, the pepper will work on them. However, stick a pin now. Say, for example, now you have some fungus problem, because pest problem different from disease problem. And so the pests are like the insect and the things that you can touch and them things, but while the fungus now are like fungus like anthracnose and all of that, or something with the inside of the plant now. How you work out that, what natural remedy you can use. And what I want to say now is that you draw for like your vinegar.
Okay.
I'm going to show you a little vibes now. I'm going to explain why you draw for the vinegar. You need to understand that like fungus, them like acidic conditions. So you see why them striving on the plant is that currently you just say no, we just use it colloquially. Even when you want to plant that way, we just use it colloquially. You could have said no, the blood in the thing is too acidic. So what happens now is that you want to create a more neutral or a more alkaline environment, so that the fungus don't strive and kill the plant. So what we do now, we just spray the vinegar upon it.
Like if you see it on like the white that comes up on it, the white powdery thing that comes up on the plant?
Yes, you can use it for the powdery mildew. You can spray it directly, but we recommend you dilute it first. Always dilute. What happens to is that you have to factor in the time of the day as well. With agriculture, we can never give you a straight answer. We always have to be looking at what is happening now for us to make it, for you to do the application. So if you're using the vinegar and the sun is extremely hot, we tell you, no, don't use it. No, you want still 1 tablespoon to a liter of water, but we say use it early morning or late evening. but not in the boiling sun, especially if I experiment with it first.
Okay.
And me?
Okay. I just have one more question for you though.
Yeah,
I
man,
don't want to
once
take up
I-
your time.
once-
All right. I have one of those plants. In quotation, you understand me? One of those
Yes.
plants.
Oh, yes, man. Talk to me. Yeah.
I noticed something though, that some leaves are becoming yellow and falling off at the bottom. Wonder if I'm watering it too much or something.
Okay. You see now that the case, you know, two things can happen. You already said it, you already give me one option. Overwatering. Or probably
Okay.
had too much rain. Cool?
Mhm.
So that in its way will cause the plant to go through a mild stress and become a bit yellow. However, once the water starts to come off of it, you notice it start to come back up. So you have to so we encourage you that if the area still kind of waterlogged, you try bust a drain or try get it drained. Too much water underneath, so it go under one stress. Cool. Another thing why the leaf might be old, might be changing colors, especially the lower ones, it's just because they just reach their age. They're old.
Oh.
Yeah, so you don't move from that now to yellow red, so they're old.
I have a tomato plant close to it, so I was wondering if that could have contributed to it. I have it's almost like the two of them is like they're close proximity. So I think it might be overwatering though.
I think overwatering, so you need to work on your drainage. Either you lift it up or dig some kind of trench near it or something to kind of lead off that water, because it seems like that area is slightly saturated at the moment.
Okay. All right, Mr. Williams, thanks very much. Very informative. Needed some of this information too.
I try.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, Miss Brian. Anybody from the floor? That's myself. No.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. I was wondering though, what is the call?
A minute, Miss
Mercy.
Janet.
Yes.
Miss Mercy, someone in the live audience asking us a question. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I love that question. Rest your legs, lovely. So her question to me is that slugs and snail. Persons in Zoomland, you have that issue as well, Miss Janet? Was that the question you want to ask me to? Janet.
This is not Miss Janet, but yes, I do have problem with slugs and snails.
Okay, cool, Miss Lawrence. Arlene, a long time I hear Arlene. What that's some big woman name, you know, me like there's something like that. Arlene, I must be yes, we gotta go for the horses here. Anyway, all right. Slugs and snails. I happy for that one, as I said. Okay, so let us look at it now. You have this thing that they call a slug bait. So that's a regular one that you can use. It works very effectively, or if whatever the word is. I don't want to say efficient. Is there such a word? It works effective. It works well. Yeah. My English language not so hard. We don't start realize I'm a technical man, not a literature man. You know, we are technical people. We're more in the technical stuff. Right? So with that now, you can use a slug bait, but differently though, what we say to farmer is that you can use this thing that they call, like you say, chicken feeding that you have at home, or your hog feeding, or your goat feeding, or your rabbit feeding. We're saying to you know that if you have like this chemical that they call malathion or diazinon, cool, even your overnight rice. So you say like if you cook like, it sells at the farm store. I will, right? Malathion or diazinon, what you can do now, say you have your overnight rice, cool, it's normally 1 tablespoon to a gallon of water, right? You can make it even stronger, 2 tablespoons. But what we'll say now is that you mix that solution, and then now you pour the rice or the chicken feed inside of it, and let it stay and soak it up. And let it soak it up. Once it does that now, what you do now, you go around and you sprinkle it all over in your yard. The only disadvantage is that you see if you don't like common fold, it help you. But if you love common fold, that day. You understand? You see the technique there, it a purge your yard. It a clean out. It a go through all the dog them if you not take too careful all the dog lick. You understand? When you use the malatine and them kind of thing there, cool, it helps. But for the slug though, what you say is that you soak it in your rice or your chicken feed or so and just sprinkle it all over in the area. And that will help. That will help to keep them wet. Plus, if you have them at a particular area, what we said is that because most of the time they have this tendency to go and hide under stones and in. Yeah, man. Anybody who has a slug bag. Good. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, your problem, sir. If they have it, if they're on blocks, all you have to do is that solution, whether it's a slug bait or the concoction with concoction we just give her, you can just sprinkle it on the top of the block. Just sprinkle it right there, man. Mommy, them not past that. That coming like I want to pick me a past KFC. Yeah, that I want to pick me a past KFC. Like for the salt, what happened now is that you would have to have the slug or them in a particular location where you have to see them for it to directly touch them. You understand? Yeah. However, with that one now, it's like a food. They're going to eat it. Figure out not a bush meat. Mommy, you know, so many road, there's some road. How was it? But then come. Right. Yeah. Yes, man. Indeed. No more, no come. That is true. So that means that so yes, the salt will work, but it works for only a certain time. My concoction work, but it still is not for a certain time, and it's a bit even riskier because if you have common fowl or bird or even birds say you are a nature lover and birds come here and fly there. You know, say, boy, Mr. William, let me kill all the people and birds. You know, so but these are some techniques that they can use, but still work with the slug bait because I know it is very effective. So you can stop at the farm store and buy. But just in case when you're looking at your farm, you know, have a slug bait, but you see you have little rice, and you see your husband or your daughter, or your son or your niece or neighbor, or somebody come from bush with one container with something malatine or diazine, and you say, yo, make it some, you know, and him give you, and you just mix it up. Right, so that save you from the minister. I say you have to go in a town and all of that stuff, you know. So you don't solve all your problem at home. All right, thanks for that, Miss Maxam. It takes long to come, so you kind of keep you ward them off longer. All right. That is true. Same thing with the fin too. What I want to add as well is that you see that same technique that I give you to about the feeding and the malatine and the diazine, and it works good for cutters. So persons who like this evening, like I can guarantee you. So like if you go home now and you plant one of them sweet pepper there, you see by the time you get up in the morning, you don't see cutter. And you say, boy, I your neighbor, cousin, sister, niece, who by something are going on. We're really and truly not that. Our natural insect are just in tendency if it does go through and cut off. You understand? So you have to protect these. So I'm saying no, that person who are going to plant the stuff, you're going to have to either keep them far away from the cutter because there are some little things that jump to. They can jump and they always like the softest part of your plants. And since those plants they are in their softest state now, all they have to do is just go there and clip it. Something they get out of it. You understand? In clipping it. Right? All right.
Mr. Williams?
Yes, ma'am.
We have a question. So Arlene Lawrence is asking, how long does the fertilizer take to dissolve from the plant?
It depends. Depends on what crop it is, what the time of the day, how you apply it and all of them. Something if you use too much or too less. So it So what crop are you growing? As I tell you, it's hard in agriculture to give a specific answer. We can never give a specific answer. We always have to give it to the explanation.
I haven't
between 4 weeks, all right?
Haven't really started growing the crop yet, but because you were talking about the fertilizer, somebody asked something and you mentioned about fertilizer. I wanted to know beforehand.
Yeah, man. You even see it in the yam them too. When the yam them get red, when you buy the yam them and them get black. You understand? Them start off yellow, them start off red, then it get black. You understand? And the person say, yeah, the fertilizer still not, the fertilizer no growth out of the planted. You understand? So it kind of really vary to really say. I don't know. Let me go break my concentration. Did I answer your question, Miss Lawrence?
Yes, you did.
All right. Is there any other question, guys? Are you ready for leave now? Honestly,
Just a comment from Facebook. Sean Thomas gives you the thumbs up.
Miss, this the for Facebook too?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. A big sitting man.
Mr. Williams.
Yes, ma'am.
I need to know what I can do about worm in my Julie mangoes.
All right. You see your Julie mangoes them now worm in them. All right. Here what I want to know if you do. Persons who are here with me, you need to know this word, listen to it, and write it down. You have medfly. You have Mediterranean medfly. Lord have mercy. Oh no, they can't they think they meditate. Oh my God, look at you. Yeah, I can't spell it. You know, because they say if you can't pronounce it, you should spell it.
Spell it.
Right. Meditate. Anyways, fruit fly. We call those things fruit flies, right? No.
Yes.
What I must get to, what I need you to understand is that fruit flies are attracted to sugars.
Yes.
I want that to digest. They are attracted to sugars. No, all fruit trees have sugar in them, meaning that when they produce it, so if it is a cherry tree, your mango tree, guava tree, your June plum tree, all of them have some form of sweetness inside of it. No, I need, where's my marker? I'm going to show you something right here. I need a stronger marker. I'm going to show you the life cycle of the fruit fly. So I'm going to draw a line right here. So this line that you see here, it represents above ground, and this represents below ground. All right. Above, below. Right? Are you seeing it? Is it right backwards? Okay. Are you seeing it?
I'm seeing it.
Yeah. All right.
Yes.
So what happened now is that what I want us to now look at and see now, so you have pupae. You have pupae. Up here, so you have larvae. Right? And these are the fruit. And then you have adult. And you have egg. Okay. Can you see this in its entire form?
Oh yes, I can see it.
All right. Now, where you have the oh, yes, I should be adults, and then you have egg. EGG. Okay. Right. Now, what happened is that you're going to have the adult fly right here. Cool? And what this adult fly is going to do is that it's going to lay an egg onto your mango plant, onto the mango fruit, the cherry fruit, the June plum, any fruit tree, the guava. This adult is going to lay on it, right? Now, this egg now needs to become a larvae. What I want us to know is that the larvae needs to become now a pupae. However, when it is in its pupae form or its cocoon form, you understand? It is not able to eat.
Aisha, go look at the pan so.
Are you seeing it?
No, see, no, we only see back this come up and doom to speak.
I like how you ask question, man. That is say interested enough. If then you go see it, I say, something like that. You see now?
Yes.
All right, here the question me ask you. You understand what they're on?
Yes, I do.
All right, that's good for me. So that means we're on the same page. All right. So what we're saying is that the adult lay the egg upon the plant, right? On the fruit. No, this egg now going to take its time now and become a larvae. When the larvae now going to need to become one pupae. But the pupae don't pupae until the pupae, it has to pupate inside of the earth. It has to pupate inside of the earth. You understand? So what happens now is that you see when the larvae eat the mango and full up itself with all of this heap of food and then something, then what happens now is that the plant have a tendency to drop. The fruit have a tendency to drop. It is very important that the tree drop for the cycle of the fruit fly to continue. If the fruit don't drop, the worm, the larvae cannot go inside of the earth to pupae. So when your fruits, when you look on the ground and you go to a person's yard or something, you see the people cherry them and everything dash up on the ground. That is just like one factory. One whole factory produce back fly. Because what happens is that you see the larva with the inside of the cherry or the mango or whatever, it needs to connect to the soil surface. So that it now can move from out of the fruit and go inside of the earth. Because you see, where it eat out the fruit and store food inside our body. So that's when it reaches the pupa stage, it have enough food in them. Because once it in this stage, it move nor nothing. A development to start take it to put on wing, leg, and all of them something to fly. Because it will actually become back one adult. So our job now is to break the cycle. So what we always encourage you to do now is try as best as possible to keep your under your tree them clean. Now here what now? If you keep your yard clean and your neighbor yard not clean, a waste of time. A waste of time. So you know you could have clean from now and buy chemical and go come now rather and get mist blow and then there's something there. Because you know them a play hopscotch. Jump in, jump out. Jump in, jump out. Jump in, jump out. Because them no plan figure no way. Because every year food with them. Any food there when me go. We don't just play hopscotch. Because they have sense in it. Right? So did I answer the question as it relates to the fruit fly? So this is what happened. So
you did. Thank you.
I need to encourage you so that everybody in the area can have fruits. And thank you very much for the opportunity. All right, guys. Love you all. See you soon.
Extension officer, we have here and thank you, sir, thank you for your lecture, and we appreciate you and haven't seen you. Long time I haven't seen you. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Elroy Williams. On behalf of the Grangeville Branch Library, by extension, the Jamaica Library Service, we would like to extend our gratitude to you, Mr. Williams, for taking the time out from your busy schedule to participate in our Farmers Month observation session. It was indeed a wonderful and informative session, and we have learned so much today. Also, we would like to thank our live audience here today and our viewing audience on Zoom, Facebook, and YouTube. Last but by no means least, our staff here at the Grangeville Branch Library and our Westmoreland Parish Library staff who ensured that this function was a success, and also to the Jamaica Library Service staff at the HQ. And Mr. Williams, this is just a little token from us. Thank you again, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.